right. Here we are. Yeah, that should be a good volume. Dope. I try to keep the stream open on my phone in case like anything happens. I can see it. Sometimes like things happen and like, you know, lags or whatever. It happens faster on my phone than what OBS will notify me or something like that. Anyway, hello. Welcome. My name is ParaDiddlePete. I take L's in networking every day so that way you don't have to. I recently took my exam and I passed. So that was yesterday. So thank you for everyone who has tuned in to the streams to watch the study sessions. It definitely paid off. If you have not taken your exam yet, maybe you have. Maybe you're just now starting. That's totally fine. Welcome in, and we'll still be working on all of the stuff and still be doing all the things. Also, a big shout out and thank you to everybody who has subscribed. I broke 500 subscribers yesterday, which was absolutely amazing. Yesterday, I had a lot of W's. I passed my test, broke 500 subscribers on YouTube, and my new N64 controller came in. That's not really related to literally anything, but it was a nice little perk, man. It was just like, wow, like everything's just going really, really well. So, yeah, it's a really cool controller. It works on Switch and Android, so it can do emulators. I don't think it works on Xbox, but there's only like 2 Nintendo 64 games on what is it? Xbox. Anyway, so this is what we're doing today. We are doing more of section 4, configuring network addressing. So if you're new to the stream, like, subscribe, and let's go ahead and let's dive right into it. And let's put the normal jams on, the rainy day cafe. I really need to link that into stuff. Okay, let's see what's going on. You are an IT administrator for a small corporate network. The company has obtained the register. What am I reading? What's happening? How come this is not playing? Is it playing? Oh, there it goes. I hate when that happens. Sometimes the tab on Opera GX gets muted. All right, where was I? The company has obtained the registered global unique IPv6/48 network address. I'm not going to read that. You need to configure the server with this address so you can begin testing IPv6 in your network, your internet network, internal network. This is your first network, so you use the subnet of 0001. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand subnets when it comes to IPv6. How do they work? Do IPv6 even have subnets? Let's see here. Scenario? That's not how you spell scenario. That's not even close. Scenario. Oh wow, I was only missing the C. Scenario is a very strange word. Walk me through it and explain it. Okay, we're gonna let it poop out. Your network route is not configured IPv6 yet, so you must manually configure the address for now. To simplify the configuration, use the service IPv4 address to create the interface ID. Ooh. I'm pretty sure I know what to do. I'm pretty sure. No. I'm so used to Windows 11. No. Wait, no, that was it. Does it tell me what my network card is? I'm assuming it's this one because that's what's enabled. Yeah, I don't have an IPv6. That is my MAC address. It says my IPv. What do we got? Okay, it says I do have an IPv6. Do I just have to reconfigure the new one? I bet that must be it. Because this is nothing like what it is. Well, that's the V internet. Oh, that's the external. What about the Ethernet one? Bro, Ethernet 1 didn't even pop up. That's, even though that's the one that's enabled. Okay, so it actually must be one of these two. They say internal or external? Your internal network. So we're looking for the internal. It still has one. It's just not the one that it gave us. So that must be the one that we need to do. Okay, let's see what Chatbot GPT says, because I don't understand subnetting when it comes to IPv6. So let's prepare to get our brains completely melted.
Absolutely. This is a great question and a perfect opportunity to break down IPv6 subnetting and interface IDs using your preferred 5-part format, followed by a step-by-step walkthrough of the scenario. Part 1, restate the question. You want to understand how subnets work with IPv6, how they're different from IPv4, and how to configure an IPv6 address using a given 48 prefix, a subnet of 0001, and an interface ID derived from IPv4. Part 2, simplified answer. Yes, IPv6 does use subnets, but they're much simpler to manage than in IPv4. In your case, you own a 48 block. You assign 0001 as your first subnet, forming a 64 network. You build your full IPv6 address by combining the prefix 2620, the prefix 00016 decimal format, prefix length 64. Standard for most networks. Part 3, analogy.
So that's a prefix. So this was the IPv4 address, and then that just gets stuck on the back of the IPv6, and that's the prefix. Because this is the subnet. All right, I'm following. All right. Prefix 64. And if it's anything like IPv4, the higher the prefix, the smaller the scope. Part 3, analogy. Imagine IPv6 like a postal address. Is your city, is your neighborhood, is your house the device on the subnet? So it uses okay, I can see the parallels. So this is my subnet, and then it uses my IPv4 address, kind of like the port forwarding, kind of like in PAT, but it's not. So full IPv address equals city, neighborhood, house. So this is the city, this is the neighborhood, and then this is the house. I don't feel like that's problematic. Cool. Okay.
Part 4. In-depth explanation. What you were given. Global IPv6. 48 prefix. 262014 furrow. 45 EA. 48. Subnet chosen. 0001. Your first subnet. Interface ID. Based on your IPv4 192.168.0.10.
That's what we inferred.
Prefix length. 64 standard for subnets in IPv6. Subnetting in IPv6. Your 48 prefix means the first 48 bits are fixed. Adding a 16-bit subnet like 0001.
Oh. So the /48 means the first 48 bits are totally fixed. So that's why it says 48, and that's why it only gives this much of the IPv6. Okay. So if it would have given more, it would have gone to the next octet. Well, it's not an octet, is it? I can't remember. No, it's a nibble. Yeah, because a byte, half of a byte is a nibble. I think that's correct. That sounds dumb. It sounds made up. Well, it's all made up. But
1 gives you a 64 network. 2620.14.0, 45 EA, 001. In IPv6, the last 64 bits are the interface ID, in your case derived from the IPv4 address. IPv6 subnets are much larger than IPv4. A 64 subnet has 18 quintillion addresses.
God.
Part 5. Real-world configuration walkthrough.
Whoa, hold on. I gotta fathom that number. 64. Well, IPv6 is much larger than IPv4. A /64, which is what we have, is 18 quintillion. Can we fathom that? 1,000 million billion trillion. I don't even know what that is. Quadrillion, quintillion. Whoa. Can I get a reference? I didn't think quadrillion was a real number, to tell you the truth. I always thought that was like a made up thing that that people just like said to be over eccentric. Quintillion Planet Express. What is this? Yeah, what does that look like? What? Whoa! Those are pennies? 1 quadrillion pennies. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, 100,000, millions, 10 billions, trillions, quadrillions, quintillions. Wow. Okay, that kind of gives me a little bit of a reference, I guess. Interesting. Okay.
18 quintillion.
All right, so part 5, real world configuration walkthrough. What you need to do, go step by step. Take the global prefix, add the subnet, and then it becomes this. And then you're going to convert it using the interface ID, which is, in my case right now, the IPv4. This is just a gentle understanding of it. I don't understand if you can be other things or anything like that. We're just kind of taking it at face value at the moment. Convert each decimal group to hex. Okay, that just melted my brain a little bit. Do you have to convert it to hex? Prefix link 64, because that's how most IPv6 subnets are designed. Okay. So ipconfig/all. Dang it. Oh. All right, let's make this bigger. See here, what are we looking at? Everything. We're looking at everything. Where's my command? Here it is. So Windows configuration, physical address. So here is IPv6. IPv6. So that's what I gotta change. So then if I go here. No, that's the wrong one. So what it said internal, right? Internal network. Yes. Okay, so it should be as simple as putting this number in. Is it going to be super cool and let me copy and paste it? No, it's not. Okay, so here is my IPv6. This is my subnet. And then this. Have I done this one already? This is my IPv4, which is my prefix. I think that's correct. And this should be 64. I might have already done this one. I feel like I haven't. And then I guess we'll go to ipconfig. We're looking for internal. Okay, let's see how we did. 33. Not ideal. I was supposed to do on the external too. I didn't see that anywhere. Okay, do it again. I'm not gonna lie, I am really exhausted. I've been putting in a lot of work lately. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for. There we go. There it is. I don't think I need a default gateway. But it wants me to put that as the prefix. I did put that as the prefix. And then this is the interface ID. Okay. Close. Let's get into PowerShell. ipconfig. Okay, let's see how we did. 100. Okay. not very hard, but understanding the subnetting and how it works, that's going to be a little next level. Put ping and tracer T on Windows. Or use. Let's do it. Some of these labs are really hard. Some of them are so simple and easy that it makes you think that you've messed up. It's the good old office. Boom, boom, dum, dum, dum. All right. Let's see here. One of the executives for your company is complaining that their primary computer can receive email but can't access anything on the internal. Internet. Recently, all of the machines in the building were switched to a DHCP to static IP addresses. That sucks. I wonder what the use case scenario is for that, to have everything switched to a static IP address. I mean, I guess if you assigned everything a static IP address, you don't have to worry about leases. You wouldn't have to worry about, like, it would probably be way easier in order to catch, like, spoofing or anything like that. And it totally just gets rid of an entire threat because there is no DHCP server for someone to, like, get into. Just goes to show, anytime you automate anything, hazards can occur. But I guess anytime you make a human do something too, hazards can occur. Anyway, in this lab, it is your task to explore and diagnose and fix the reported problem. The following networks. Okay, so we said it was the executive. So use the following: ping, IP config, tracer, all that good stuff. All right, so let's ping Office 2. Ping Office 2. One 192.168.0. All right, I'm in Office 1. We're in Office 2. I can ping myself. Ping. We're in ping support. 199.168.0.33. Loss. Cannot get attached, or we cannot go to support. Okay. Ping. Whoa, what happened? IT laptop. Let's go. 162. 192.168.0.33. Okay, IT laptop also is a no-go. So we're gonna ping 192.168.0.10. That's a go. So support an IT laptop. We can't connect. We can't talk to them. Can't reach to them. They don't exist to us. So see here. So use the ping and IP config. Okay. IP config. What we got? Sometimes I hate how small this window is. Oh, good. Fantastic. Because that's exactly how I wanted it to be. Anyway, our IP looks fine. It might be our subnet. I won't know. Actually, it might be the subnet because I was able to ping Office 1, 2, and myself, and we're very clearly all in the same subnet. But these guys, well, I don't know. Was I able to ping the IT laptop? I can't remember. Ping. What is the laptop? 33? Yeah. So it's only the support that I'm not able to ping. And he's on a completely different network. So that might be a thing. The network internet settings. Okay, I already did this. From the admin terminal on the executive computer, ping the corp server, Office 2. I already did all this. Troubleshoot the connectivity issue. From the top right, select exhibits and note that the IP address of the routers in the building A and the SP router. All right, let's look. So it wants us for building A and the ISP router. From the top right, select the exhibits. Make note of the IP address from the router of R4, building A of the IPS. Yeah, there's /30. I think support might be... Where's support? What is it? IP... Is that how you do it? This says this is my IP address. No, it's not. Here it is. Is that my subnet? Very interesting. Okay, let's keep going because I'm confused. Close the exhibit dialog. From the top right, select questions. What is the IP address of the building A's router? So should be this one, right? This should be building A. PF sense. No, that's the demilitarized zone. This is the router. Okay, what is the IP address of the ISP router? Well, hold on. Oh, building A router's right here. It's this. And then this is the ISP router. And it has two public IP addresses. What is the IP address of the ISP router? None of these. Wait. Yeah, none of these. This isn't a router, though. Oh, ISP and internet? Is it this? It's not a router, though. Okay. Minimize the question dialog from the PowerShell prompt. View in the configuration. Go to IP config. I did that. Ping building A's router. Oh, okay. We'll just do that. Where are we at? We're supposed to be here. Yep. So we're gonna ping 192.168.0.5. We're good. Now let's try pinging 198.28.2.254. 100% loss. Use the tracer unit to verify the path. Why does it keep doing that? What? Can you stop? Like, I would very much like to see what I'm trying to type. Perfect. Use the tracer T utility to verify the path of the ICP router. Change the IP configuration of the exec computer to resolve the problem. But I can't ping it. And that is indeed the ICP, right? I mean, I get that I need to change the internet settings. But what does it need to be changed to? Can we just literally make it 35? I feel like that's going to break things. Timed out. Let's see where we went wrong. Oh, okay. Well, I did everything correct. So it's just a matter of changing the... Now, why would I need to change it to that? Change the gateway address? That's what it was missing? Damn it. Okay, so it wants us to ping corp server and Office 2. Let's do that. Good old Office 2. Good old reliable. You know what they say about Office 2? He's not very hard working, but he's got a big heart. And corp server. Yeah, but we can't get to support. I guess that doesn't matter. Troubleshoot the connect. There is no connectivity issue. I was able to... I was able to ping both. There is no connectivity issue. The connectivity issue is on support, not anyone who's within my subnet. From the admin terminal on the executive computer in the executive office, ping the corp server and Office 2 computers using their IP address to confirm connectivity. Okay, troubleshoot the connectivity issue. There is no connectivity issue. Or at least not with those. From the top right, select exhibits and note. So the IP address for building A's router, building A, here's my IP. Okay, the IP for the ISP router is this right here. Okay. So that means what's wrong must be my default gateway. This is not how I would have troubleshot this. So my default gateway needs to be building building A 192.168.0.5. Oh crap, I changed my prefix for the DNS. Where's the stream? Let me go back and look. What was the DNS? Way to go, Tyler. Good job streaming this. Stream snipe yourself. 163.128.78.93. Default gateway here needs to be changed to 192.28.2.2. No. That's the ISP. It needs to be 192.168.0.5. That needs to be the default gateway. Okay, good. Gateway needs to be 78. There we go. So that should be good now. From PowerShell, view the executive. Okay, we want to do minimize this. We're good with this. IP config. Default gateway is now changed. Okay, let's ping it. We should be able to ping it. 192.168.0.5. Okay, we're able to ping. Tracer T. And we'll do the same. 192.168.0.5. That's what it was, right? One hop this time. Boom. All right. I think we're good. Show me that 100. What? I didn't use the... I used Tracer to see the ISP route. Or the route to my thing. Is there a way to just back it up? Like, do I have to do it all over again? I really don't want to do this all over again. Dope. Let's go again. Third time's the charm. Woo! Making it happen. It's going to take longer to load than it is for me to do. I'm going to speedrun this. Y'all watch. And go. Okay, let's open this up. Admin. Okay, it wants us to ping Office 2, which is 192.168.0.31. Good. Then it wants us to ping the corp server. Okay, so that's 192.10. Okay, we're able to do both those things. Fantastic. Then it wants us to open this up. It wants us to answer these questions. The IP address for building A router. Building A router is right there. That's 192.168.0.5. Right there. ISP is right here. Right here, 254. That's what we're looking for right there. Fantastic. Then it wants us to ping the A router. So we'll ping the A router. 192, building A. Okay, I'm able to reach it. Fantastic. And then it wants us to do tracer to this, and it's not going to work. Tracer T to 198.28.2.254. It's all going to time out. That's because I'd have to go here and I have to change my gateway settings. My gateway settings needs to be 192.168.0.5. That's because that's the router. Okay. So now, if I go here and I type in the same command, let's go. Let's go. Okay, I don't care anymore. Because I didn't view it in IP config. All right, using ping and traceroute on Linux. This is gonna be struggle bus right here. We have to remember that when we ping, we have to put -C4. It tells us how many times it's going to do it. All right. I'm gonna grab more tea. Actually, I think we'll be okay. Yeah. If anyone's in the chat right now who knows Linux, dear God, give me the strength. Okay, in this lab, you will discover important facts about network communication by using the ping and the trace route command. IT laptop has a configuration IP address, but no default gateway. So we need to give it a default gateway. Use the exhibit link in the top right to view the location of the IP information on the route in your network. The following location IP addresses are right here. So we want to go to commands laptop. What? No, sorry. IT laptop. I don't know why I said command. IT laptop. Here we go. Let's open up the dreaded terminal. Okay. See, at least it's like in the past labs, it's never given me any of the commands for Linux, and I've just been like fumbling hardcore. Okay, from the IT laptop, we're gonna explore using the ping command. Administration, select laptop from the favorite bar. So then now we want to hit ping -C4, and you have to hit -C4, otherwise it'll just continue pinging forever. Okay, and we want to ping 192.168.0.31. All right. So we were success. We have 0% packet loss. No, we are not losing any packets today, baby. All packets have been recovered. All right. You can successfully ping the IP address of Office 1 from the IT laptop. Note that the C4 tells the ping command to only send a count of 4 pings. Otherwise, it just keeps going forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay. Use ping command. Ping /4 168.28.56.1. And I'm not typing at all. Hey, if you're just now watching the stream, my name's ParaDiddlePete. I take L's in networking every day so that way you don't have to. Oop. %100 loss. So we are unable. Did I type it in correctly? 168.28.56.1. Yeah. We are unable to ping Office. Was that Office 2? No, that is Building B Net Corp router. So we're unable to connect to Building B. Why did it have us ping that? Why did I just ping that? Ping this. I think I pinged the wrong thing. 99.92.0.32. Still 100% loss. 199.92.0.32. You cannot ping support. That's what it is. Support laptop, because the IP address for support is on a different network. 99.92 instead of network 192.168. Devices on the same local network must have IP addresses in the same network range. Okay, we already knew that. Starting to kind of understand how that works. If you want to communicate with support, you need to change the IP address assigned to support. So does it want us to do that? If you want to communicate with support, you need to change the IP address assigned to support. So maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. That sounds like it's just telling me like a fact, not saying that it wants me to do that. Okay, so now we're gonna ping -C4 192.168.0.5. Okay, so I have building A's router. Ping was successful because IT laptop and the router address are both 192.168. They're on the same network. So now we're gonna ping C/4. Dang it, dude. Come on, do the thing. -C4, and it's gonna be 198.28.56.1. I think that's what I did earlier. And it's gonna completely lose. Which address appears in the path? Oh, no. We need to do trace route. Well, I wasn't able to ping it, so I don't know how this is going to work. So, tracer routes 198.28.56.1. Yeah. So, at the prompt, type trace route, the IP address, and hit enter. Which address appears in the path between Office 2 and Office Net Core? Well, none of them. No, because we're not on the same network. You just went through and told me, "Yo, dog, like it doesn't work if you're on a different network." And maybe I was supposed to change that. What's 198? Yeah, that's the router for Court B. So, yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, right here. So I can't connect to it because it's on a different network. And then it wants me to try to... Did I do it wrong? Yes, I did. Because if I don't click this, like, look what happens. Okay, it's not doing it right now. Okay, sometimes if I haven't clicked this and I type numbers, it moves this. So let's figure out exactly where we were. We just pinged this. No, we didn't. What the hell is going on? Okay, we just did this. Okay, we're going to start at E to ping router A. I feel like we already did this though. Okay, the ping was successful. The laptop and the router are on the same network. Now we need to ping this. So ping C4 163.128.78.93. And it should time out. Yeah. This ping fails, although IT laptop and the ISP are on different networks. Network 192.68.0.0 and this one, respectively, they should be able to communicate if IT laptop has the proper configuration default gateway. So that's our issue. We don't have the right default gateway. That will eventually lead to the correct destination. From the IT laptop, view the IP configuration. Yes. Bro, this sucks. You wanna know why this sucks? Because I already did a lab that required me to know this. It was in like chapter 3 or 2. It required me to know this. And then now in chapter 4, it's like, oh, hey, let me teach you this to you. Like, one thing I've really noticed, maybe it's because I'm a teacher. One thing I've really noticed when it comes to like IT stuff, or really anything, everyone sucks at explaining things and teaching things. And no one really understands how to like scaffold something and be like, okay, like if you know 1 and you want to know 20, you're gonna have to have 18 steps in between. No one really understands that, and they'll like skip around and they'll be like, well, yeah, what do you mean you don't know how to do blank? Well, you didn't teach me how to do blank. Okay, so CD network config directory change directory / etc / system config sysconfig / network dash scripts. Okay, type is and press enter. I don't know what is. Does it have to be capital? Or maybe it's LS. Yes, it's LS. Okay, and type LS and press enter. Notice that there's a configuration file name ifcfg-enp2s2. Now, if you have been in the other streams, you know that we figured out what this means. EN stands for Ethernet. P2 stands for PCI2. S stands for switch, I believe. And then there's 0. Like, this means something. It's an abbreviation. Real quick. So it's ENC2S0, meaning. There it is. So the stands for Ethernet. That is the port, the bus. Okay, represents the bus number, indicates the slot, represents the function within the slot. So this crazy thing is actually an acronym. Like it means something. And honestly, I like that way better than like in Cisco where it's like G1 or you know, things like that, which it's kind of easy to understand. But when you get up there with like a lot of different ports, having a little bit longer name but knowing what the name means to me is a lot better. Okay, so anyway, so what it wants us to do is make sure that we're accessing this port. So configuration. So now we're going to type cat ifcfg-enp2s0 and hit enter to view the content of the IP configuration file. So we have our device, okay? We have our boot, we have our hardware. That should be our MAC address. Here's our IP address, IPv4. Here's our mask, and here's our broadcast. And our broadcast, I think that's our gateway. Let's double check. in Linux, is the broadcast the same as the gateway? Oh, I put an E, it's an I. No, in Linux, the general network and the broadcast address and the gateway are not the same. Okay, so that means it doesn't have a gateway. We need to give it a gateway. Notice that there is no gateway, which should be the point, the 0.5. And the reason that this is our gateway is we go to our exhibit. This is our router. So you have to think of it like a straw, or like it's our pyramid, and it's just constantly going up. Okay, so here's our wireless, our UPS, our server, our patch panels. And then we have our switch. Here's our router. Our router routes anything from within the network. Now, granted, all of these might be their own networks, but anything within the company's network, it routes it to the internet, which can make it go somewhere else. So that's why we have a router here. Then we have another router that actually routes us to the DMZ and other things like that. There's a little bit more into it, but that's what we'll say for the moment. And then we have our actual external DNS and our ISP. So what our first default gateway that we are wanting is this router, which is why it's this right there. Okay, which is why it's the 0.5. So there it is. Explaining why the ping for the ISP in the previous step failed, because we should be able to ping this, the ISP, and we should be able to get it because our computer should go all the way through the switch, go to the router knows what to do, and then here, and then it should bounce back. So from Office 2, trace the path between Office 2 and the internet's route. So let's go to Office 2. Everything's Linux. Trace the path between Office 2 and the internet's router. From the top left, click it. Go here. We're going to type trace route. And then we're going to type 198.28.56.1. We're going to hit enter. Buddy, that didn't work neither. Why did this not work neither? At the prompt, so it wanted us to go to Office 2. We're at Office 2. Okay? Type trace route 198.0.28. Okay. I'm just an idiot. 0.28. Awesome. So there we go. And if you look, our very first hop is what? The 05, which is our router that is right here. So it made it through, okay? And then our last hop, our last stop is... should have been this. I don't understand why that was our last hop, but we'll come back to that later. Okay, we'll just come back to that later. We'll explain that in a second. Okay. When you communicate with the device on other networks, oh, that's what it is. It's because it's on another. We're pinging the trace route to building B, and we don't have the floor plan or the topology for that. When communicating with devices on other networks, the packets will go to a default gateway, which is what I just said. The router between the two networks is, in this example, that's the router of building A, which has an IP address of 0.5. The packets are sent to the router interface on the same network as the sending host, and then the next hop in the path as necessary. In this case, there are two IP addresses listed in the trace output, but only one router hop between Office 2 and the internet router. Trace route output is the IP address for the internal NIC of the corp router located in B. So now we need to type in tracer T 163.128.78.93. Did I type it in wrong? Oh, yes, I did. Okay, I don't know what I was doing. There we go. There's our hops. Ooh. That's good. All right, so IP, how does this path differ from the path you discovered in the previous step? There's way more. There's way more hops. When you trace the path between Office 2 and ISP is DNS server, the path has additional hops. The first line in the trace route path are the router hops between Office 2 and the DNS server. The last address in the tracer route output is the IP address server. So do I need to change the... It didn't tell me how to change the... Okay, so am I done? I swear if it tells me that I was supposed to change the gateway. Okay, good. I wasn't supposed to. All right. Assisting troubleshooting. All right, hold on. Let me go get my cat. He's meowing at the door. All right. Let's do the next one. Ooh, look at this topology. All right, let's see here. You recently bought a laptop home. You recently bought a laptop home. Oh. From your from work, not bought, brought. You recently brought a laptop home from work and connected it to your small office network. However, the laptop is unable to access the internet. In this lab, you will troubleshoot connectivity on the home laptop computer. Gather information on the home laptop using network internet settings. Use network internet settings to examine the IP assignment. Answers question 1 and 3. All right, let's launch Windows. And always want to put space. /all. Okay, so that's we have an IP address. We have a good IP address for one, so that's good. Well, it might not be good for our Soho, but it's like it's not in a poppy. Okay. And it is manual. We have a manual setup. Okay. What is the IP address for the home? 192.169.1.20. What is the subnet? 255. What is the gateway address? One point two 168. Whoa, what's happening? Here we go. All right. 2. Identify symptoms of the home laptop. Use the ping command to test the connection to all network nodes. Answer question 4. Okay. So there's 2 ways we can do this. We could either bounce back and forth between the other computers, or we can just say, hey, we already have the IP address of this guy, and go here and try to ping the home laptop, which I would much rather do that. Ping 192.1. Man, my fat fingers, dude. Unreachable, 100% loss. Fantastic. Okay. And then honestly, IP. Actually, we don't need to do that. Oh, we're on different networks. We have a wrong IP address. That's what's going on. Okay. Oh, it's on Windows 10. All right, let's try it. Ping 192.168. That's what it was, right? I didn't mistype that. Oh, crap. Now, if I remember right, it was... Oh, no, that's what it should be. Still timed out. I think that was 8, and I'm pretty sure that this was 1. Okay, I was trying to do the address of the PC1. Yeah. What's the address of PC1? Whoa, so that PC2 can't talk to it neither. .1.21. Oh no, it did. It was successful. Yeah, success. Okay. All right, cool. So, which of the ping tests failed from the home laptop? Well, I didn't go from the home laptop. I went from... It was ping... Ah, crap. It's going to make me ping the home. So, can it ping itself? 192.169.1.20. No. Yes, it can. It can ping itself. Okay, what about pinging 192.168.1.21? Loss. So pinging, okay, let's ping the home gateway. Ping 192.168.1.1. Loss. Is is 192.168. What was it? 1.21. I hate when I put things like there. What is the subnet mask? There we go. What is the gateway? Its gateway is the same. Which of the ping test failed from the home PC one? Home laptop. I didn't ping my gateway, but I would imagine it would work. If the gateway doesn't work, then we're in trouble, boys. We're good. Okay. Which of the following observations is true? The home laptop and the PC one have an IP address on the same network. No, they do not. This one is 8 and the other one is 9. Almost to the point where I thought that I had messed up. Home laptop and PC one have the same subnet mask. That's true. Well, they have the same gateway. I don't know. Well, the subnet mask. Ooh. I'm going to say yes. Are you a PC dude? I'm more of a PC dude. Yeah. It's not that I hate Linux or anything like that. I just don't do a lot of it. I'm not a big Mac person. No. If that was your question, Panda, no, I actually kind of despise Macs. Let's see here. No, I'm not a big Mac fan at all. I'm not a big Apple fan in general. I feel like what their marketing is their only good thing that they do, in my opinion, because they have a really good way of marketing to people who know nothing about computers, and they're able to upsell them because they are like, I can't remember the term. There's a term for how many you spend. Like for instance, like a mattress is marked up like 7x from what it costs to buy. MacBooks are like somewhere around like 9 or 10 or something like that. Yeah. Also, a lot of times they do super underhanded things. So like, I can't remember which MacBook version it was, but it wasn't too long ago. It was a few years ago, where the CPU was here and the fan for the CPU was over here. Like the fan wasn't even on the CPU. And one of the reasons why they don't have any like ports on the side is because they don't want people taking pictures of their MacBook and to have wires. They only ever want like one port or maybe 2 ports at most. And their Magic Mounts is also like one of the worst mice I've ever held. There's just a lot of products that are just generally not that great, but they market them so well because people who tend to buy Apple things tend to think that they're making smart purchases, and they do work well for the average consumer. But if you want to actually have control over like your data, you want to have control over your computer, things like that, and be able to customize it, then Mac is not really the way to go. Let's see here. Home laptop is configured currently. See here. Home laptop is configured correctly and has internet access. No, it is not. PC 1 is configured correctly and has internet access. Well, I mean, I didn't test the internet, but I would imagine it is. Verify full functionality of... Okay. Implement my solution. Okay, my solution to the internet, this problem, is going to be to change the IP address. And what we're going to do is we're going to go here. This is manual. So this one's 1. 68.1.21. Oh, dang it, dude. I hate Windows. I'm just so used to Windows 11 now. Actually, I can just do this. God, man, my fat fingers. So it's 22. So we're going to make it 23. This is my solution. Now. Oh, come on, dude. It's still lost? Oh, because I pinged the wrong thing. Success! We did it. We reset the IP address. Let's see what I got. 100. Let's go. Troubleshooting number 2. I like these troubleshooting ones. I mean, I like the other ones because it kind of tells me what to do or whatever. But like I don't know. I like puzzles. All right, let's see here. You have received a home laptop from, you have brought home a home laptop and connected to your small network. However, the laptop is not accessing the internet. This laptop, in this lab, you will troubleshoot the connectivity of the home laptop computer. Gather information on home laptop using network and internet settings. Use the network and internet settings to examine the IP assignments, answers 1 and 3. So is this the same lab? Okay, says it's a different lab. Okay. Let's just check out its settings real quick. So it's manual one. Oh, okay. So this is supposed to be like, this is what I was supposed to fix it to, I think. I think I put it at 23, but 20 works. So, but the subnet mask is not I guarantee you that's what it is. Guarantee you. Yeah, baby. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with it. So we're going to go here. What is the home laptop's IP address? Easy money. What is the subnet mask? Subnet mask is 255, 255, 255, 240. What is its gateway? Its gateway is... Okay. Which of the ping tests failed? Let's find out. It's going to be all of them. Oh. It worked. Was not expecting that. That worked as well. I hate when it beeps at me. Ah! But our ping to our default gateway failed. Probably still a subnet mask. So what is the IP address of PC1? I'm pretty sure it's 21. So we'll go 192.168.1.21. I'm like 90% sure. We can go back and check it. And the default gateway's got to be the same. Let's go back and check it. I feel like my memory's gotten better. Yep. Or maybe it's just that these numbers are really easy to memorize. Whoops. So that one's good. 21 is good. 23 is good. And 192.168.1.1. Okay, for some reason that did not go. Interesting. 192.168.1.1. Yeah, it's got to be the mask. So none of them failed. Which of the following is an observation is true? The home laptop and home PC have a IP address that are on the same network. They have the same subnet mask. Laptops are on the same gateway. Are configured correctly to use internet access. Correct. Home PC 1 is configured correctly and has internet access. I don't know. Oh, the home laptop is yes. No. Home laptop cannot connect to the internet. Yes, that is correct. It cannot connect to the internet. That's the problem. And the reason for that, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if can we test it? I'm assuming no because we can't get to the default gateway. If we can't get to the default gateway, then we can't do that. So then let's see here. Identify the symptoms using the ping command. Answer question 8. Did that. Establish a theory. Answer question 9. Implement a solution. So my solution is to change its mask. Now let's go to success. Let's go. All right. Troubleshooting number 3. Man. Okay, you recently brought home a home laptop, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we need to troubleshoot it. Gather information of the home laptop using the network information settings, answers 1 3. Okay, so it's basically the same exact thing, but we're going to have a different problem. I bet you anything the default gateway is going to be wrong this time. So let's go to IP config. The default gateway is incorrect based off of the other 2 labs. So 192.168.1.20. Okay. The subnet mask is 255.255.250. This does kind of make it seem like it's actually pretty simple to do things. Yeah, that's the problem. So we're gonna go ping. I can ping myself. I can ping the computer. And I can ping the other computer. But and I can ping my default gateway. Now, isn't that something? No, I can't. Sorry. I saw all 4 of these and I just assumed. I cannot ping my default gateway because my default gateway is incorrect. 192.168.1.21. Okay. I don't know why I did that. That gave me way too much information. That's all I care about. Okay, good. Good. Ping. Okay, we're good. We're good. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just pinging everything. I know that it's all going to be good, but I have to make the checkbox, right? To make sure that I pass the lab. So this computer can ping PC itself, PC2, and the home laptop. So which of the ping tests failed? The only... none of them. Oh, it wants me to ping the laptop's default gateway. %, loss. The home laptop and the home PC have the same IP and the same network. They have the same subnet. Have the same default gateway. Can the home laptop? The home laptop is configured correctly and has internet access. No, because if it doesn't have the same home default gateway, it's not going to work. Okay. So that means we need to go back to the laptop and we need to change its default gateway. Now let's ping it. We're good. Score the lab. Give me a 100. Let's go. All right. Exploring the VM lab environments. Ooh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to go here shortly. How big is this one? Yeah. Cause I gotta go get my hair cut, and I'm getting a beard trim. I'm looking like a terrorist up in here, like looking not good, like scruffy, and look like homeless. Okay, you recently brought a home laptop from home. However, the laptop is not accessing the internet. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Okay, we'll have to do this one like probably later tonight or tomorrow. So this is my last 8 a.m. stream. I will continue streaming in the evening, usually probably like around like anywhere between 5 or 8 or something like that. It's because I'm actually a school teacher going back to school, and I'm not going to be able to stream at 8 a.m. anymore. So that's what's going on with that. But the streams will continue. They'll just continue in the evening. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you're someone who just tuned in, thank you so much. Or you've been watching the stream, please like, subscribe, support the channel. It really helps, and it really gives me the motivation to keep doing this, and makes me realize that people want to see this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing like that. So like, subscribe, share it with a friend, anything like that. If you have any questions whatsoever about any type of networking things, shoot them in the comments, or put it in the chat or anything like that. Yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, give a follow. Anything that's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here because I had to drive to go get my beard trimmed and haircut and stuff. I'm gonna be looking fresh. I'm pretty excited for it. But that's what's going on. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the help and all the support and all the love. If it wasn't for you guys, and if it wasn't for doing this, I definitely would not have passed my test. So now it's my turn to make sure that everybody here either passes their exam or builds their server and whatever it is that they're trying to do at home. So if you have personal projects, let me know down below. And as always, Makala Checo.